The West Philippine Sea, WPS, is a vital part of the Philippines' territorial waters, rich in natural resources, biodiversity, and strategic significance. The region has become the focal point of a contentious geopolitical conflict, primarily due to overlapping territorial claims in the South China Sea. As Filipinos, it is crucial to understand the broader implications of this issue, the history behind the disputes, the impact on our country, and the steps needed to safeguard our national interests in this vital maritime area. The West Philippine Sea is the part of the South China Sea that lies within the Philippines' exclusive economic zone (EEZ), as defined by the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea (UNCLOS). The Philippines is one of several nations with competing claims over portions of the South China Sea, with China asserting the largest claim, backed by the so-called Nine-Line, a demarcation that covers almost the entire sea, including waters close to the Philippines. China's claim, which is based on historical maps and its own interpretation of maritime rights, has been the subject of significant controversy. It has led to the construction of artificial islands, military installations, and the harassment of Filipino fishermen in the region. Other countries involved in the dispute include Vietnam, Malaysia, Brunei, and Taiwan, all of whom assert sovereignty over parts of the sea. The Philippines, meanwhile, has consistently defended its rights over the WPS, citing its EEZ as per the provisions of UNCLOS. This dispute escalated when the Philippines brought the case to the Permanent Court of Arbitration in 2013. In 2016, the court ruled in favor of the Philippines, declaring that China's claims had no legal basis under international law. Despite the ruling, China has continued to assert its dominance in the region, leading to an ongoing tension that poses challenges for the Philippines and the wider region. The West Philippine Sea is of tremendous importance to the Philippines for several reasons. First, it is a crucial area for fishing, which sustains the livelihoods of millions of Filipinos. Fishermen depend on the rich marine biodiversity found in these waters. However, due to the increasing presence of foreign vessels, Filipino fishermen have faced restrictions and harassment while trying to access traditional fishing grounds like Scarborough, Shoal, and the Spratly Islands. Second, the WPS is rich in underwater resources, including oil, gas, and minerals. The exploration and extraction of these resources could greatly benefit the Philippine economy. However, China's interference in exploration activities has made it difficult for the Philippines to fully tap into these potential resources. Third, the strategic significance of the West Philippine Sea cannot be understated. It is a vital sea lane for global trade, connecting the Pacific Ocean to the Indian Ocean and serving as a key maritime route for goods shipped to and from East Asia, Southeast Asia, and beyond. Control over this area also provides military advantages, which is why countries like China, the United States, and other regional powers have shown keen interest in asserting influence over the region. The West Philippine Sea issue affects Filipinos, not only in terms of national security and economic prosperity, but also in the daily lives of ordinary citizens. Filipino fishermen who rely on these waters for their livelihoods have been subjected to harassment by Chinese Coast Guard vessels and militia boats, often being driven away from their fishing grounds. Additionally, the encroachment on Filipino territories has limited access to natural resources, leaving the country dependent on imports for certain commodities. National security is another crucial concern. The increasing militarization of the region by China, including the construction of military bases on artificial islands, poses a direct threat to the sovereignty of the Philippines. The presence of foreign military forces in the region raises the risk of accidental or intentional confrontations, which could escalate into a wider conflict. For the Filipino people, the stakes are high. This issue affects not only the government's foreign policy, but also the future prospects of millions of Filipinos who depend on the sea for sustenance and economic opportunities. It is a national issue that requires unity, knowledge, and a firm stance in defending the country's territorial integrity. 1. The Philippines' victory in the 2016 arbitration case is a significant legal victory that affirmed the Philippines' rights over the West Philippine Sea. Filipinos must recognize the importance of this ruling, which invalidated China's extensive claims under the Nine-Line. This legal victory provides the Philippines with a strong basis for defending its territorial rights in the international arena. 2. As Filipinos, it is essential to understand the role of international law, specifically UNCLOS, in protecting our maritime rights. The Philippines must continue to engage with other nations and international bodies to ensure that the rule of law is upheld and that countries like China cannot bully smaller nations into relinquishing their rights. 3. The issue of the West Philippine Sea transcends politics and requires the collective will of the Filipino people. The defense of our territorial integrity is a shared responsibility. National unity is essential in asserting our rights and ensuring that our government remains firm in its stance against any foreign aggression. 4. Filipinos must be aware of the potential economic benefits of a secure West Philippine Sea, from natural resources to fishing. At the same time, the environmental risks posed by overfishing and unregulated development in the region, especially by foreign nations, must be recognized. Preserving the ecological balance is as important as securing economic interests. 5. While asserting our sovereignty, the Philippines must also strengthen diplomatic ties with allies, including the United States, Japan, and Australia. These partnerships are critical for maintaining a balance of power in the region and for securing support in the face of foreign aggression. A combination of diplomacy and defense will be key to ensuring the country's security. The West Philippine Sea issue is not just a matter of political importance. It is an issue that affects the daily lives of Filipinos and the future of the nation. By understanding the historical context, recognizing the strategic importance of the region, and advocating for international law and diplomacy, Filipinos can play a critical role in defending their sovereignty. As a country, it is essential to stay informed, united, and committed to protecting our rights in this vital part of the world. In the face of challenges, the strength of the Filipino people, their resolve, and their shared national interest will determine the future of the West Philippine Sea.